Hello student, very good morning to all of you. How are you? I hope you all are happy, healthy and fine at home. Do you remember what were we discussing yesterday? I think we were discussing about the ring structure of glucose according to the how to convert Fisher projection formula into Haworth projection formula, as well as what are the rule for representation of Haworth formula on the basis of Fisher projection formula, how the groups are present or lying in a Fisher projection formula, because Fisher projection formula generally we are representing vertically and rest of the groups are joining or arranging in a very well manner. And when we are going to convert Fisher projection formula into the Haworth projection formula. Why it is necessary? Because Haworth projection for the ring structure of glucose, Haworth projection formula is a better way than the Fisher projection formula to study its certain properties of those ring structure of glucose, such as stability. Why one anomer or one conformation is more stable than the other when we are replacing the anomeric group with different group. What type of the anomeric effect, that also we have discussed in our previous lectures. So now at present or today, what we are going to discuss, look at here the reducing nature of glucose, because we are discussing about synthesis of the glycosides. Glycosides means ring structure of glucose. There are two forms are present. One is the alpha form and another one is a beta form. How we can recognize, how we can identify whether this form is the alpha form and that form is the beta form, depending upon the alpha, depending upon they are the anomers of each other. Anomers means what? The configuration, the optical isomer differing in configuration at C1, which is a extra or the additional chiral center generated when the ring is formed. And as we know that the ring formation of that D-glucose occur between fermyl group and the alcoholic group of OH at C5, and we are getting as a ring formation of the structure. Now, what do you mean by the nature of reducing sugar? What type of the compound shows the whether they are reducing sugar or non-reducing sugar? That we have to find out by using certain rules, by using certain tests. We can easily find out whether those sugar unit, monosaccharide units, whether they are in a reducing, is it the reducing sugar or is it non-reducing sugar? So let's begin. Reducing nature of the glucose. Hemiacetal group of, do you know that hemiacetal hemiacetal structure is formed, the reaction occurs between the aldehyde and the alcohol. The resulting compound formed in acidic medium. Whatever the resulting compound is obtained, that compound is known as a hemiacetal compound. If you carry out the reaction, if you continue this reaction, it will end up into as a acetal formation, but all the ring formation of the glucose are hemiacetal, and the mechanism of that hemiacetal, all these things you already learned in your previous classes such as at TYBSc level. Now here just remember hemiacetal structure means at same carbon atom the methoxy group and the hydroxy groups are present, so that type of the structure are known as a hemiacetal structure. So hemiacetal group of glucopyranose structure is a potential aldehyde group. It has potential aldehyde group. Hemiacetal group of glucopyranose structure is a potential aldehyde group, and as we know that aldehyde group is a very reactive towards the nucleophilic addition reaction. So such or maybe as a reduction, oxidation, so this group is generally known as a potential aldehyde group, and it is impart reducing properties to glucose. This is a potential aldehyde group. It imparts the reducing property of glucose, imparts introduce, or what we can call it as a induce the reducing property of the glucose, and thus glucose gives, and thus what happening, thus glucose give positive Toulon test and positive filling test. These are the two tests they are exhibiting or they are showing over here. Now before that, let us see here the structure. As we know that the open chain structure of the fructose, everybody know that open chain structure of fructose, CHO, then C double bond O, then rest of the thing we can write here 3, and after that CH2OH, and give the number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There are, as we know that the molecular formula of fructose is a C6H12 and O6. This is a general or a molecular formula of fructose. Fructose containing here fructose containing one ketonic group over here, ketonic group, and here actually there is a CH2OH, that is a structure, as well as here also as a CH2OH. At 2 position there is a carbonyl group, and rest of the thing over here OH, H, then HO, H, OH and H. This is a structure of glucose, not like this. Here just make the correction over here. Let me give, this is OH lying on the right hand side, hydrogen and OH, and here is at 3 position the hydroxy group over here. Look at number of carbon atom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and the number of hydrogen atom, if you count here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12, right? And oxygen atom 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is a structure of fructose, right? This is the open chain structure of fructose. Open chain structure of fructose. Open chain structure of fructose. So this is a open chain structure of fructose, and now when the reaction occurs between this hydroxyl group and this one, by the elimination of that water molecule and the resulting compound, the reaction is occurred between this C5 and carbonyl group, and the compound formed over here. Let us see how the compound is formed here. Here the ring structure of this compound is formed at this 2 position. We can write over here CH2 HO hydrogen atom over here, and the rest of the thing remains as it is 1 2 1 2, and these 3 oxygen atom is generally here we can join. Here is oxygen atom, and this the rest of the thing CH2 and OH remains as it is. Here we can write H, and then this one 4th carbon 1, and here is a hydrogen at 3 carbon hydroxy group here and 1 hydrogen atom over here. So now this is the carbon number 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. So this is the structure which we got. Here is a hydroxy group on that side. On a right hand side means alpha side, and therefore it is termed as alpha D minus fructofuranose. That is a fructofuranose. This is a structure we are getting, and in the same way, on that way, another structure you are going to get over here. Rest of the thing you can write as it is here 1, then 2, 3 and 4 here. That is here again we can write oxygen atom here, and rest of the thing here H, then CH2OH, this OH hydrogen atom at 3 position OH H. Now is a change over here. Here you can write CH2OH, and here must be as a hydroxyl group which is lying on the left hand side, means this is a beta side, carbon number 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. This is the structure. The structure of this compound is known as a beta D minus fructofuranose. That is a fructofuranose. This is a fructofuranose. This is a structure which we got over here, a beta D minus fructofuranose. So these are the different structure of this compound of, that is a open chain structure of fructose. We converted into the Fischer projection formula. Now we can convert these compound into the what we can call it as because these are the analogy with the furan, and as we know that analogy of furan, it is a structure of furan, and it is a heterocyclic compound. This is a 5-membered heterocyclic compound analogy with the furan, and therefore this structure we can draw over here. Let me clean this one, and we are going to draw over here 2 structures. One structure for this 5-membered ring. This structure we can draw like this, and on both sides CH2OH over there, so that we can write here CH2OH hydroxy group below the plane at carbon number 5, we can call it here, and this one hydrogen atom, here is a hydroxy group below the, not here below the plane, here must be above the plane. Here is hydroxy group on the right hand side, and therefore it goes below the plane, and this is on the left hand side, this goes above the plane. This is on the right hand side, that goes below the plane, and this at 5, the here CH2 and OH is carbon number 1 we can call, suppose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. These are the number of carbon atom, and which is known as alpha D fructofuranose. This is known as because this is alpha side, and therefore it is known as alpha D fructofuranose. Alpha D fructofuranose. This is the structure of this one. Now this structure, beta structure, we can draw. Here I am cleaning this one. Now this structure we are going to convert into according to as a Haworth projection formula. Again it has a 5-membered ring, right? 5-membered ring. Now at this position here, OH is above the plane, beta side, and this goes below the plane, CH2OH. Now hydroxy group is on the left hand side, left hand side. Therefore hydroxy group goes above the plane. Here on left side that goes below the plane. Here this CH2, it goes above the plane, CH2 and OH. This is the structure. This is carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. This type of the structure are hemiacetal because it is at an equilibrium. It go into whatever is there hydroxy group, and here you will get as a keto form as it is, and therefore they are the reducing sugar. And name of this compound is a beta D minus fructofuranose. That is a fructofuranose. Fructofuranose, that is a structure of this compound which we got over here. And this figure indicate representation of fructose structure. This figure indicate as a representation of fructose structure. Representation of fructose structure. Representation of fructose structure. Representation of fructose structure that we have got over here. And the next point we are going to talk about here will be the representation of fructose structure. Representation of fructose structure. Now the next point we are going to learn over here, that is representation of fructose structure. Fructose structure. That is the point which we are learning over here. Representation of fructose structure. Fructose molecular formula, as we know, that C6H12O6 is a leo-rotatory ketohexose. Fructose is also called leucose due to its leo rotation. Alpha D there, alpha here D20 is found to be minus 92.4 degree, which is the specific rotation observed for this fructose. And being an alpha hydroxy keto compound, fructose is a reducing sugar. In free state, it exists as mixture of fructofuranose major and fructofuranose, right? And in combined state, fructose is found in the form of fructofuranose ring structure. The name furanose is given by analogy with furan, a 5-membered heterocyclic compound. And above figure shows representation of open chain structure of fructose and ring structure of alpha and beta anomers fructofuranose. A ring structure of fructose is hemiacetal, and therefore these are the reducing sugar. Fructose, ring structure of fructose, fructofuranose, as well as alpha form and beta form, both are the reducing sugar. So today, next point, we are going to discuss about disaccharides. So that is the point which we are going to discuss right now, the disaccharide. What do you mean by the disaccharide? How many disaccharides are present? So at the beginning, while studying as a classification of the carbohydrate, there we have learned the during that classification we have mentioned that the carbohydrates are divided into three types: monosaccharide, oligosaccharides, and the polysaccharides. The monosaccharide do not hydrolyze into further, so that are the smallest unit, and oligosaccharide generally divided into as a three type: disaccharides, disaccharide, trisaccharide, and tetrasaccharide. These are the further subclasses of that oligosaccharide, and finally is a polysaccharide. So in that oligosaccharide, disaccharide is a point we are discussing here. Now is a disaccharides. Disaccharides, that is the point which we are learning here. Di clearly indicate as a two monosaccharide unit is present in those, and that's why it is called as a disaccharide. Disaccharide gives rise to two units of same or different monosaccharide on hydrolysis with dilute acid or specific enzyme. Do you know that enzyme? Because for naturally occurring reaction, the catalyst generally used as a generally called as an enzyme, because that enzyme can in the presence of that enzyme it act as a catalyst, and many of the natural chemical reactions are taking place due to the presence of that. They are highly specific reactions. Disaccharide gives rise to two units of same or different monosaccharides on hydrolysis with dilute acid or specific enzyme. The two monosaccharide units are linked together by an ether oxide linkage, that is ether oxide linkage, that as we know that here this is a ether oxide linkage which is termed as glycosidic linkage, glycosidic linkage, or you can call it as a glycosidic bond. Glycosidic linkage in carbohydrate chemistry. Now the glycosidic linkage is formed by the removal of water molecule by reaction of two hydroxyl OH groups from two monosaccharide units. At least one of the two monosaccharide unit must use its anomeric hydroxyl group in formation of the glycosidic linkage. Three most common disaccharides are sucrose, maltose, and lactose. These are the well-known disaccharides present in a carbohydrate chemistry. Let's see how that sucrose, first one, is a form. What will be its general molecular formula? So how it is formed over there? First one we are going to see here, sucrose, right? That is a sucrose. This is the first. There are three disaccharides. Among that we are learning as a first. Sucrose having molecular formula is C12H22O11, which is a molecular formula of sucrose. On hydrolysis with dilute acids or an enzyme called invertase, sucrose gives equimolar mixture of D plus glucose and D fructose. For example, if you carry out the reaction with that sucrose C12H22O11, then it will be treated with what? H plus in a acidic medium or invertase. Invertase, which is a specific enzyme used over there. What it produces or what it gives? It gives C6H12O6 plus C6H12O6. So this is the two product are obtained. One is called as a D plus glucose, is called as a D plus glucose, and another one is called as a D minus fructose. D minus fructose. That are the two compounds we are getting after hydrolysis of that sucrose. This is the structure of sucrose, and we are getting two type of the monosaccharide unit. One is the D plus glucose and another one is a D minus fructose. Since the Leo rotation of the fructose minus 92.4 degree is larger than the dextro rotation of glucose plus 52.7 degree, the hydrolysis product has net Leo rotation. Hence, hydrolysis of glucose is also called inversion of sugar, and the product is called invert sugar. Structure of sucrose contain glycosidic linkage between C1 of alpha glucose and C2 of beta fructose. Since the potential aldehyde and the ketone groups of both the monosaccharide unit are involved in formation of the glycosidic bond, sucrose is a non-reducing sugar because it does not have a hemiacetal after the formation of the sucrose. And therefore, if you observe the structure of that, let us see here. I am going to draw that structure of beta. Here, let us see the structure of sucrose is this one. Here, oxygen atom involved over there, and then next structure we can draw here like this. This is a structure which we got over here. Carbon number 1 alpha side, and this will be the beta side of that another one, and where here is a C, not this one, that is a alpha D glucose, this one. Let me clean the board first, and then you can see the clear structure of that sucrose. The sucrose is the structure is like this. Here I am drawing over here O, and then here may be as a 5-membered ring structure over here, and we got this is a one of the carbon framework. This is alpha side, and this will be the beta side of fructofuranose, and here we can write this one CH2OH, then one hydroxy group above the plane, one below the plane, and here we can write this one should be CH2HO, that is a carbon number 1. Start from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6, and this unit is known as a beta D fructose unit. Beta D fructose unit, and this above one will be this one. Here you can write CH2HO, then at this position hydroxy is below the plane OH, and here hydroxy, carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. So this is the, as we know, alpha D glucose unit. Alpha D glucose unit. This is alpha D glucose unit. This is the beta D glucose unit, and then or you can write this structure in this manner also. Oxygen atom over here, then here O, not O, here O, then this one you can draw the structure is not like this. Here you can write O, this not something is okay. Here we are writing as this oxygen, yes, this one. So you can write this one, and then there will be this CH2OH, and here CH2OH, CH2OH, and at this position OH here, and here is a HO. This is carbon number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6 as it is. This is a beta side, this will be the alpha side, and here you can write CH2HO, and then rest of the thing remains as it is, OH, and this OH, this is again once again alpha D glucose unit, and this will be the beta D fructose unit, and therefore look at here this linkage, as we know that this linkage is alpha beta, here is alpha beta 1 to glycosidic linkage, 1 to glycosidic linkage, and this figure indicate that Haworth formula of sucrose. This figure clearly indicate that figure Haworth formula of sucrose. That is the figure which we have seen over here, and I think this all about the Haworth formula of sucrose. In the next time we will learn about the remaining part of the this compound. I think with this let us stop today here. Remaining we will see in the next lecture. Thank you. Have a nice day.